guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So we kicked off the week this week playing Sam Pandelis World Championship runners-up team, which consists of that Alolan Ninetales, the Arcanine, the Garchomp, Mandibuzz, Tapu, Lele, and Xurkitree. And breathe. Yeah, so on Monday we kicked off, we had all of the natures, all of the movesets and everything. Got in contact with Sam just to make sure, you know, out of respect, it was alright to run the team. And Sam, being the amazing guy that he is, actually give us the entire team, the EV spreads and everything. So we are running an identical team to what Sam played at the World Championships over the weekend and did so well with. So massive shout out to Sam for that, and I hope everyone is enjoying the battles that we've had so far this week. We had a couple of good matches yesterday, so hopefully we can continue that on today. Just in other news, so normally on a Thursday, guys, we set up a couple of weeks ago to start doing a stream schedule on Twitch on a Thursday evening around 8 o'clock UK time. But this week, because my parents are actually coming down to visit, I'm not going to be able to do the stream this week. Extremely sorry for that, but we will make up for it next week. And for those of you that haven't been on the stream before, next week, well, if you haven't been on the stream before, do come and check it out next week. We have a bit of a special stream episode where we're going to do viewer battles. So you guys challenging me to VGC, Battle Spot doubles, QR codes, multi-battles, anything and everything. So it'll be quite fun. We'll hang out for an hour and a half, have some matches, talk post-Worlds, talk about what you guys enjoyed from the World Championships, what teams you like, what players you were really impressed with, matches that you loved, all of that, and it'll be really good. And then we'll get on to talking about the VGC 18 season as well, and what your preparations are, what your plans are for the VGC 18 season, if you've set yourselves any goals. And in the meantime, you can let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are going into next season, what you kind of plan on doing, if you're wanting to get that day 1 invite, if you're pushing for day 2 this year, or whether you just want to get some good finishes at random events that you attend throughout the season, just to improve if you're newer to the scene. So let me know. But we have our first opponent of the day, and they're running a QR code team, so consisting of Tapu, Smeagol, Arcanine, Xurkitree, Pheromosa, and Nihilego. So a team made up of 3 Ultra Beasts, 1 Tapu, support and cast of Arcanine, and more importantly that Smeagol. It offers that fake out support, follow me support, Spore support, all sorts of support. So the Ultra Beasts do cause a few issues because you've got the Pheromosa there, it's extremely fast. Tapu Bulu's going to disrupt our terrains and boost his own grass type attacks, so we need to be... what are we going to do here? I wonder if we lead off with Ninetales and maybe Arcanine here. I feel like... Lele and Garchomp maybe. But then what have we got for Bulu? Bulu. I guess the Arcanine, so we'll have to preserve that and not let it go down to anything like Nihilego. Don't know if we want to bring the Xurkitree here. Yeah, let's lock in with these 4. Let's go for it. My thinking is, if the Smeagol leads, you know, turn 1, we can always switch out the Arcanine. We've already got the Intimidate offered, so we preserve that for later in the game if we need it. And bring the Lele in that slot to stop any potential fake outs, guarantee our Aurora Veil up, which will help the team to no end throughout this match. But we'll have to just see what my opponent leads with here. So we lead off with the Alolan Ninetales and Arcanine, and we'll see what my opponent brings. It's the Nihilego and the Smeagol. Okay. I wonder if it's Scarfed Smeagol. And what is my opponent's options here? It's Scarfed Nihilego, I meant to say. I'm tempted just to go for an Aurora Veil and switch in Tapu Lele for the Arcanine to stop that fake out from the Smeagol, allow us to get the potential Aurora Veil up. You've got to think they probably fake out the Ninetales maybe and Power Gem into the Arcanine. But they might just double it into the Ninetales to stop the Aurora Veil going up. And there's the fake out. It is stopped. And we do get the Aurora Veil up. So that is going to help us against these big attacks that are coming out from this Nihilego. And there's a Sludge Bomb. Is into the Ninetales. But because of that Aurora Veil, it does make it a lot easier for us to take. We do see that the Nihilego is Life Orbed. Now this next turn, what I'm going to do is just go for a... I could go for a Disable into the Nihilego. I could go for a Icy Wind. I feel like Icy Wind's probably the better play here because I think that my opponent probably wants to switch their board position round. They can just fire off a Sludge Bomb into the Tapu Lele. So the Disable play could potentially be very strong. Let's go for an Icy Wind. And do I just protect Lele here? Could Calm Mind. We have got the Aurora Veil up, so we are going to be able to take a Sludge Bomb. But there's every chance it could crit. We don't want to be poisoned or anything like that, so I will just protect Lele this turn, play it a little safer. And if we can get the Icy Wind off, it's going to be huge. And there's a Follow Me from the Smeagol. We do get the Icy Wind. We do connect on that Nihilego, which is the main threat at the moment. And we'll see what this Nihilego goes for, if it'll attack into the Lele or not. And we'll just go for a Sludge Bomb into the Lele. So this next turn we can go for that Disable and just go for... we can't really though, that's the problem. Because the Smeagol is causing us issues with that Follow Me. I think what I'm going to do is disable the Smeagol. I can't go for that Follow Me. And I'm going to bring in Garchomp. It's the only Pokemon we've got that can kind of get around. It'll resist the poison type attacks and it'll be able to get around the Follow Me as well. And we can keep Lele around for later on in the game. So there's that Follow Me from the Smeagol again. We are able to disable it. And there's a Sludge Bomb again from the Nihilego into that Tapu Lele slot, but Garchomp able to take it. But we do get the poison, which isn't great, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. And we see a Moody Boost from the Smeagol. It does get an attack rise and evasiveness drops. I could freely just go for a Tectonic Rage here into that Nihilego slot, but it's likely here that we see it switch out maybe. I could just carry on, doing that and then go for the Tectonic Rage, because even if the Nihilego protects here, you've got to imagine that the Nihilego actually switches out though, that's the thing. The Smeagol could Spore, which would be a bit of an issue, but it can't Spore into Garchomp because we are poisoned. So I'm going to go for a Swords Dance here because, like I say, we will see my opponent switch things up. They do withdraw that Smeagol, send in Tapu Bulu. And the Nihilego does protect. So we could have picked up the KO there. Do some decent enough damage onto the Bulu. I've got to wonder now if an Icy Wind and a Tectonic Rage into the Bulu will be enough. +2, probably will be. I think that's what I'm tempted to go for here, to be honest. We'll just take a little bit of health back through that grassy terrain. Thing is with that Nihilego having Life Orb, it's probably got it probably does have Hidden Part Ice, which would threaten our Garchomp quite heavily here. But I feel like the Bulu's the bigger threat at the minute. I mean, it could go for a Rock Slide, but I don't think +2 Rock Slide is going to get the job done, so I am going to go for that Tech Rage into the Bulu here. No Protect's coming out. Now, hopefully, this Tech Rage is going to be enough. We are +2, so hopefully it is enough to take down this Bulu. We do take it down, so that's massively helpful. We'll see what this Nihilego. There's the Hidden Part Ice, so it will be into Garchomp. Even behind the Aurora Veil, not good enough to take it down, which is a bit unfortunate. The hail does stop. Okay. Now I do have Bulldoze on Arcanine I can take advantage of, so I will bring Arcanine in here. You'll probably see the Smeagol come back out. And because the Nihilego's Life Orb, you can't imagine it being super bulky. So even with the grassy terrain up, we've got to kind of hope that we are running quite an offensive Arcanine here that... Thing is bringing Lele in here. We are going to bulldoze our own Lele. We could keep the Ninetales in, but we're going to get faked out from the Smeagol, I feel. So yeah, let's do that. Let's bring the Lele in and just go for a bulldoze with our Arcanine. Because the Smeagol's probably going to fake out here, you've got to imagine. If it goes for the Follow Me instead, then at least we still have speed. The Nihilego, we're going to get rid of that grassy terrain as well, so it makes sure that the Bulldoze will pick up the KO onto that Nihilego before it can get an attack off. There's the fake out into the Lele, and here's the Bulldoze, which does pick up the KO onto the Nihilego, which is nice. We unfortunately do reduce the speed of our Tapu Lele, but I guess it's not the worst thing in the world because we can bring in the Ninetales again and just get the hail back on the field for residual damage, because you've got to expect maybe the Pheromosa is the last Pokemon that my opponent's got in the back, and it is. So, like, we could just protect Tapu Lele here, but we're probably better off switching out into Ninetales, getting the hail up, and just going for another Bulldoze. Because if this Pheromosa protects here, then at least the hail kind of breaks any potential sashes that it does have. So there's the Ninetales switch in. What are we going to see this Pheromosa go for? There's the Follow Me from the Smeagol. So no Spore coming out, which is helpful. And there's a Poison Jab. It is into the Ninetales. It does take us down. So it is going to get a Beast Boost. The thing is with Pheromosa though, because it's so fast anyway, we don't take the Smeagol down, which is really unfortunate. We still have the Aurora Veil up. And that Smeagol will go down to one more turn of hail damage. So let's see what it's evasiveness boost and special attack. So I think our best plan here is to bring in Lele now to whether this Pheromosa has. I could just double protect really. That's probably not the worst play in the world because then the Smeagol just goes down the next turn, takes the follow me out of the equation. And then because Pheromosa can only target one of my Pokemon the next turn, because I don't think we're going to outspeed it just because of how high its speed stat is. Even one Bulldoze isn't going to like drop it down enough for the Arcanine or the Lele to outspeed it. But if we can get rid of the Smeagol this next turn because of the hail damage, and like I say, it can only target one of my Arcanine or Lele, and both of them have the potential to pick up the KO onto it pretty easy, so we should be able to close the game out from there. So there's a protect from the Arcanine, protect from the Lele, and we'll see, we might even see a Z move come out here. There's a follow me from the Smeagol, and here it is. There's a big bad Z move, and it is the All-Out-Pummeling. It's got to be into the Arcanine. But because we have protected, we should be able to take this. Yeah. And now is the moment of truth. Is that Smeagol going to go down? So we need it to. Yeah, as we can see from the hail damage here, the Pheromosa is still outspeeding everything, so the Bulldoze really hasn't come in too handy there. Well, maybe would have been better going for Flare Blitz into the Smeagol on the turn that we Flare Blitz. The Aurora Veil does wear off, but as I said, it doesn't matter too much now because the Pheromosa can only target into one thing. We can just really go for a SoHK and Flare Blitz. One of my attacks is going to get off, so we should be able to pick up the KO here. And it is a Poison Jab into the Lele, meaning the Arcanine will be able to close this game out for us. Brilliant. So, very good game to my opponent. I think the big thing there was us getting rid of the Bulu when we did. That could have caused us a lot of issues going forward, and I think just doubling into it when we had the opportunity to. Now we lost the Garchomp that turn, but then we saw the following turn that we still had a plan in the, going forward to get rid of the Nihilego because of that Icy Wind earlier on in the game that we managed to get on it, allowing the Arcanine to outspeed it to get that Bulldoze off onto it. And we put ourselves in a position where we could get rid of the grassy terrain to kind of even take out any, chance of it ever surviving with the grassy terrain up, because it does lower the attack damage of Bulldoze, Earthquake and Magnitude, I think. So, are the three that it affects. But, not a bad start, and good game to my opponent there. And we will jump straight into our next game, and hopefully it's another good one. Yes, so like I was saying earlier guys, it is around this time now I want to start putting the feelers out for what we want to play, after next week. We could even play a similar team to what Ryota won the World Championships with next week, and then we played both World Championship teams this week and next week, like the finalists teams, so that's an idea. Let me know your thoughts on that, because I'm quite happy to pilot his team. It was very innovative as well, if I can speak, so that would be an idea. Otherwise, we just carry on playing Sam's team because it is a lot of fun, and I feel like there's still a lot to explore with the team. So that would be entirely up to yourselves with what we do. But the main thing that I want to try and do right now is get some initial ideas for what you guys want to see played the following week. So week after next, we'll bring a brand new VGC team to the School of Hard Knocks, and we'll start playing that. So if there's any particular Pokemon that you want to see featured, any cores, any strategies, anything like that, let me know. Like I think I mentioned in yesterday's episode that Porygon Z was something that I'd really like to have a play around with. I think the conversion Porygon Z is incredible. It's all about kind of boosting up as well and supporting that, and then trying to maneuver that into board winning position. So I think that's something really exciting that we could play around with. and we haven't featured at all on the channel up to this point. So let me know your thoughts on that, because if that's something you would like to go forward with, then we can definitely do that. But if you've got other ideas, we can't find an opponent, no one's around. So I'll just quickly hop on and try and find someone as soon as possible. Yeah, so let me know your ideas and thoughts on that going forward. Obviously, we've got our Battle Spot Doubles series. It's a bit up in the air at the minute. We're not going to have any Battle Spot Doubles this week, because I am just concentrating a bit more on the VGC this week, and that's primarily because I've got my parents coming and I'm a bit cut for time this week. So next step with our Battle Spot Doubles team is I don't want to drop the series. I want to keep it going, even if we cut it down to just maybe one episode a week. I'd like to keep it at 2 episodes a week if we can, but I do want to possibly do another stream team building episode with you guys over a weekend if you'd like to do that. If not, and you'd just like to see me create something and then bring it to the channel to save time, that'd be a bit quicker, then we can do that. But I just feel like the last time we did that on the channel, it was a lot of fun, the stream that we did, and the team that we ended up with was amazing. I loved that Battle Spot Doubles team, such a solid team, and we have got a QR code of it. I can link it in the description for this episode, however relevant that might be to VGC. But if you guys missed it and you want to play around with it, do so. And for the newer people that are on the channel now as well, that weren't around for that stream, or people that just couldn't make it last time, it might be a nice opportunity to get together again and do a team building episode. I felt like it was a lot of fun, and the final product that we got out of it was extremely good, and everyone chipped in. It was just an amazing kind of like little project that we all put together. So doing something similar again in maybe a week or two's time would be extremely fun. And that's about it. Man, it's taken ages to find another opponent. Everyone's out. No one's home. And the echo in here should be sorted out soon. I've got kind of the sofa bed in here now, so I've got pictures coming for the wall and everything like that. So it should be all spruced up pretty soon, and hopefully when it's all kitted out properly, the echo should go away. I think it's just because it's a new room and it's not as full as it probably could be. So exciting though, and I'm getting some lighting as well, some additional lighting, because I do realise the lighting in here at the moment is not the best from what we had. Man, we cannot find an opponent, and I'm rambling on and not even realising that it's just timed out. Okay, let's give it a try. 3rd time lucky. Right. Cool. Right, this time, hopefully, there's nothing wrong. Oh, and our score's updated as well, so that's good. Yes, so, as I say guys, just let me know your thoughts on everything that I've mentioned. Battle Spot Doubles, School of Hard Knocks, stuff like that. Team for next week, and then new team for the following week after that. It would be great to hear. So we have our next opponent of the episode eventually, Evan from Australia, and they are running a team of Celesteela, Marowak, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Alolan Ninetales, and Tapu Fini. So, right. Initial thoughts are that Xurkitree is going to be extremely good here. We can take advantage of the electric terrain. Big problems are the Marowak and the opposing Garchomp, that the Lightning Rod is going to be a big issue here for us, so we need to be able to remove the Marowak from the field, and the Garchomp is going to be a bit of an issue because it does threaten Xurkitree with those big ground type attacks. So, Arcanine, Intimidate is going to be nice. I mean, Arcanine's quite good here for the Celesteela and the Ninetales primarily. But Lele is quite good as well for kind of just disrupting terrains and things like that. Mandibuzz, again, is going to be nice because it does give us the option to taunt the Celesteela for one. And we've got the foul play for that Marowak as well that we kind of want to prioritise getting rid of. Do we want to lead with Ninetales? There's too many things that I really want to bring here. Let's go Garchomp and I feel like we're going to need Xurkitree. I feel like Xurkitree is the better choice over Arcanine in this match. Possibly. So let's see if we can end this episode on a high with a win. And I'd love to know as well, guys, if you've been trying out a similar team to Sam's or Sam's team, if you've got access to it. Let me know how you're finding it, how you've been playing it, or if you've played with these sort of Pokemon combinations before, like Xurkitree and stuff. Because this is the first time that I've played Xurkitree all season, and I'm loving it. Like, it's such a good Pokemon. I really think it's something that I wish I tried earlier on in the season. And I'm looking back at my Showdown team builder. I've got teams from at the beginning of the format that I put together with Xurkitree and Tapu Lele, but I just never really got around to any extensive testing with it, and kind of maybe tested it a little bit at the time it didn't work, and then just left it and never came back to it. So it was a bit disappointing, but now I am trying it out and it's a lot of fun. But on to this match. So we've got the Alola Ninetales and Tapu Koko on my opponent's end of the field. Alola Ninetales has access to Auroraville, so probably will go for that here. It's just to bolster the defenses of my opponent's side of the field. Tapu Koko does threaten with electric type attacks onto Mandibuzz. I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, because I feel like Lele is not too threatened here, and I'm going to go for a Tailwind as well with Mandibuzz while I do have the opportunity to try and get a Tailwind up. Ooh, so we see a cheeky taunt coming out from the Tapu Koko onto the Mandibuzz. It is going to stop us being able to go for a Tailwind. No Auroraville though. Doing huge damage onto our Lele, critical hit, which is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Do get a Calm Mind up. We seem to get bad hands dealt anytime we go for Calm Minds with Tapu Lele, don't we? So this next turn, I guess we can go for. We could double into the Ninetales here. Yeah, Mandibuzz should be able to maybe take Thunderbolt. Thing is, with what I've got in the back, I don't want to switch anything in on a Blizzard just yet. So I'm going to keep the Mandibuzz in. I'll go for a SoHK into the Ninetales and a Foul Play as well. So we see a Thunderbolt come out from the Koko. It's into the Tapu Lele though. This will just proc our Berry, which kind of does us a favour, because Mandibuzz is going to be able to take the Blizzard. So pending no freezes, we should be able to get the Foul Play and the SoHK off. So there's the SoHK. Takes Ninetales down to its Sash, and the Foul Play will remove it from the field. So that does help us out massively. You know, now we can bring in Garchomp. We set the taunt potentially on the Mandibuzz to bring back in later. Although if we do switch it out, we are losing the special defensive boost. But it might be worth it just to kind of preserve it and keep it around, as I say, for later in the match. So, you see my opponent bring in the Celesteela here. Right, okay. So we can, like, potentially get rid of the Koko here, which would really pave, like, what would my opponent have left? Maybe the Marowak, the Tapu Fini, or the Garchomp. Because we potentially lose the Lele here, give the Celesteela a beast boost, but is it worth it to get rid of the Koko? I feel like it probably is, so let's go for the SoHK there, and let's switch in our Garchomp and hope that that Tapu Koko doesn't go for a Dazzling Gleam. I wouldn't have thought it would. Kind of probably wants to prioritise getting rid of the Mandibuzz, or even the Lele maybe, before everything else. See a Thunderbolt, it is into the Garchomp. We are going to get the SoHK off, so this turn, a little bit risky, is paying off for us. So we do remove the Tapu Koko from the field, and we're just going to see a Heavy Slam from that Celesteela into the Lele, which does pick up the kill, unfortunately. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what my opponent has for that last Pokemon. What's the Beast Boost? It is Defense. So that's fine, because we've got the Xurkitree in the back, so making sure that we can get that set up late game is going to be huge for us. So let's bring in Mandibuzz here, because you can take advantage of the taunt onto the Celesteela. We can potentially get a Tailwind up as well if we want to, but it is the Marowak, so I think we're going to be alright, because we can just Tectonic Rage. We'll taunt into the Celesteela. We can Tectonic Rage into the Marowak here, which should do enough damage even through Protect for an Earthquake the next turn if it does Protect to take it down. Yeah, so there's the Protect. We could have baited the Protect ourselves, but I feel like the Celesteela just goes for the Leech Seed here regardless, to try and stall us out. But as long as the Celesteela can't Leech Seed or go for Protect, then you know we should be alright in dealing with it. So let's see what the damage is like on this Marowak. Yeah, that's definitely an Earthquake range for this next turn. And there's the taunt. And let's see what the Celesteela goes for. Heavy Slam. Is it into the Mandibuzz? It is going to be. It doesn't kill us. Oh, but the hail damage I think is probably going to take us down. But I don't think we could have risked it, allowing it go for a Leech Seed. Oh, because we got overcaught, of course. There's me being ridiculously dumb again. We'll go for a Roost. We've got no reason not to. We're going to go after the Garchomp, so we're not getting hit by our own Earthquake, and we can just go for an Earthquake. And this should take the Marowak down, and then as soon as the Marowak's down we can start thinking about bringing in the Xurkitree just to finish off the Celesteela. So there's the Marowak gone. I can't believe I forgot about the Overcard. Huh. So we will get a Roost off, just get that Mandibuzz back in a healthy range, so we're not giving any more Beast Boosts, and the hail does stop this turn. So now, while we've got the opportunity, I'm going to bring in the Xurkitree. And do I go for a Sword Stance, or do I just go for... I just go for a Rock Slide, to be honest, because there's no chance of the Xurkitree protecting here because it's locked into Taunt, so I feel like if we can get a flinch here, it kind of goes a little way in helping us out. So there's the Rock Slide, get a bit of chip damage onto it. And we do pick up the Finch, which is a bit unfortunate for my opponent. But I think at this stage of the match, I think it's really over. We'll go for the Tail Glow and just another Rock Slide here. And my opponent just forfeits. It's a very good game to my opponent. I think managing that game there and prioritising, I think making the play to get rid of the Koko when we did, and then getting rid of the Marowak, it just allowed that end game where we could kind of freely bring in the Xurkitree, and then Celesteela's not really left with too many options even after a taunt ends. I mean, yeah, you can get the Leech Seed off onto both targets, but in the meantime I can boost up with the Tail Glow, and that's the beauty about Xurkitree. I think +3 is just going to nuke any Celesteela that's around, and we saw that it did get a Beast Boost earlier on, but thankfully it wasn't a special defensive Beast Boost, because on the special defensive side it could have thrown a few issues into the mix if it managed to get another one on the Mandibuzz, and then, you know, if it was +3, I think we would have been alright regardless. So, but we'll wrap things up there, guys. It's been a lot of fun again today. We've had another couple of really good games, so we'll be back tomorrow to end the week. We have another best of 3 battler going up this evening. We are playing Jake Muller this week, my very good friend Major Bowman. So do tune in for that. That'll be up later on the channel, and then if it goes to game 3, we'll have another episode tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun to see who decides that. But we did take a very lucky early lead in the game yesterday. The RNG was very kind to us with a big roll on one of Jake's Pokemon. I'll not go into too many details, but we are going into game 2 today. So do tune in, find out how the best of 3 is unfolding. But yes, have a great evening, guys. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the episode. It does massively help out the channel. Lets me know that you are enjoying the content that I'm creating as well, more than anything. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you to Osirus Studios and everyone else in a little group that we've got going on here. It's an awesome group of people that we have on the channel, so do get involved with your comments and things from the episode. Let me know what you thought of today's episode, the team, and more importantly, what you want to do going forward for VGC after next week and Battle Spot Double Series if you caught that earlier on in the match. But we'll be back tomorrow, so whatever you're doing, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Have an amazing afternoon, evening, day, morning, whatever you're doing. Just have fun, and I will see you all tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in as always, guys, and I will see you later. So until then, bye bye.